It's the Christmas collaboration, and we are making snow
globes.
Ish. Hey folks, welcome back to Kirnix.
Hello.
We are indeed making snow globes.
We are.
I say ish. I didn't do very well. But anyway, spoilers. First and foremost, this is the 2024 Christmas collaboration, kindly organised by Tracy over at Mini Scenes GB. The playlist will be in our description.
Yep.
I strongly recommend everybody goes and has a good old binge watch, because that's what I'll be doing, if I'm honest, probably tomorrow. Realistically, yeah. If I'm honest, it's going to be tomorrow.
Okay.
The whole day.
The whole day?
The whole day. I'm just going to have it on. Anyway, so okay, let me start that again. So you can, my understanding is that you can get a globe mold, put UV in and make your own snow globe from start to finish. However, we didn't do that.
No.
We went to Hobbycraft.
We did.
We went to Hobbycraft, and just in the top left corner, you can see that there is like a ball and a lid. You can definitely see the lid. And we bought that. They were £4 each.
They were.
So for the ease of life, that's what we went for. And I decided, in my infinite wisdom, that I was going to build a snowman. Now, I desperately want to sing the song, but I'm not going to, because you get demonetized. And although we're not monetized, we might be one day.
Okay.
That's the life goal, isn't it?
Okay.
Life goals.
Okay.
To earn 5 pence from AdSense. Anyhow, I thought Kirk has used an awful lot of my glitter of recent weeks. So time for a bit of payback. I took some of his clay and I chopped it up and I wiggled around with it, and I thought I'd build a snowman, because, you know, you can't really go wrong with a snowman, can you? And to be fair, I've been building snowmen since I was, you know, little. So I felt quite confident in my snowman building abilities. Oh boy, was I wrong. Anyhow.
Well, no, I think that's looking snowman-like.
It did look snowman-like. Yeah. I was okay on the bottom half of him, because let's face it, that's just a big ball. And the top half of him I was okay with, because that's, let's be honest, a slightly smaller ball. And I was doing all right. And then the eyes I was okay with, because they were tiny balls and I can cope with tiny balls.
The top hat looks good though.
Well, the top hat wasn't really difficult either. Now, this is where we started running into trouble, because we don't own an orange. So I had to make an orange out of red and yellow.
Yeah. And mixing the clay.
I was most proficient at clay mixing, I'm not going to lie. You will see in a bit that Kirk does some, he uses his clay, surprise, surprise, but he could not get a colour to be right. I did it. I mastered it. I was very...
Well, no.
I am supreme colour mixer.
Because the colour mixing chart you had was for a Fimo.
Yes.
And I was using Sculpey.
Yes. So you did the same thing 3 times. Anyway, we'll get to your misdemeanors soon. In the meantime,
misdemeanors.
I don't know where that word came from. We've been watching the Blacklist.
Yeah.
So it's full of words like that. So it just rubs off.
Okay.
Anyway,
snowman.
that is my snowman's nose. And then I was a bit kind of confused as to what I do with a mouth, because I don't think in my past I've ever given him a mouth.
I used to put stones.
So Kirk said, give him stones.
Yeah.
So I gave him stones made out of clay.
This is the point where you realised that your snowman was way too small for the snow globe.
It was. So I started all over again and made him bigger.
Yeah.
And you left that in the footage?
Yes.
Wow. So all of our lovely viewers get to watch it twice.
Yeah.
In case they didn't know how to build a snowman from the first one.
Well, I just thought I would just put it in there just to show.
You just wanted to show how absolutely diabolically wrong I went from like beginning to end.
No, I was just showing that.
See, I was doing all right, and then what happened was I had a moment of independent thought, which was just not good.
What, the thought?
The thought, me thinking, is not a good thing. I should just not.
To be
do
fair,
it.
when you say I've been thinking, I normally have a cold
shudder.
wave go over me.
I know, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Sometimes I'll just walk past him and say it just for fun.
I've been thinking, and then I just
and he goes like that. I can't even do it. But it's very funny.
No, because it normally involves me doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't care.
Okay. Back to
Anyway,
Snowman.
Back to my snowman. So my first attempt at the hat was really good, and I did really well. I was very pleased with my hat.
It did look good.
And then I had to make a bigger hat, and it wasn't as good. I don't think it was as good. I just don't think it's as good. I wasn't as happy. I wanted to make him.
Really good.
I actually wanted to make him a Santa hat, but somebody used all of the red.
Who was that?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't lose it.
No,
you
used the red.
No,
you used all of the red.
I think you put it in a safe place.
It's not in a safe place. I'd remember if I put it in a safe place. I remember when I put things in a safe place. I just don't remember where the safe place is. It's so funny. Incidentally, I'm not the only person with safe place.
Yeah, but I bet they can actually find the stuff.
No, not always.
No?
No, some people have empathised with my situation.
Okay.
Quite emphatically, actually. Anyhow, I gave him a black top hat because I thought, well, if I can't do the Santa hat like I originally wanted, there's no point now, really, is there? The whole project is doomed.
I think that's a bit hard.
So I feel that the failures that follow are down to the lack of Santa hat. But as you will see. So I can't believe you've left this in. What are you doing? So I wanted to make some arms. Oh,
yeah.
Dear. Well, let's just say it didn't go well.
This is because you used my armature wire.
I used my little jewellery wire for this. This is the jewellery wire. So
that looks like my armature wire.
It's not, it's jewellery wire. So I got a little bit, jewellery wire. I got a little bit of jewellery wire, and I thought, I can make arms. How difficult can it be? How hard could it possibly be to get a little bit of wire, make 3 fingers, and stick it in the side of a snowman? Well, I don't even have the words to convey the level of.
I think
I got myself in a right pickle.
The air was quite blue, to be fair.
That doesn't sound like me.
Yeah, that was,
No, I don't think so. I would never say naughty words. Apart from many words that might be a sky blue.
No, it was definitely like a proper...
proper candy blue.
Yeah. You know the phrase, like a sailor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
They'd have gone, what the...
Well, it's funny because that's actually what happened. So, you got me that mould for my birthday with the skull and the sailory kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was channeling my inner sailor whilst I was doing this.
Right, okay.
In preparation of doing that mould.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say, though,
yeah,
you are using some red clay. So...
Yeah, but that was all the red clay.
But you could have made the hat out of that.
There wasn't enough to make a hat out of that.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't enough to make a scarf.
You could have used a little bit of tin foil around the top, and then just wrapped a thin bit around it.
Oh, shut up!
And then you wouldn't have had this
disaster.
Shush. In quotes.
Stop being annoying. Stop being annoying. Now, I don't know what I'm doing now because
I think this is you were doing the scarf. I think that's what your plan is there.
My plan is to do the scarf. I think I'd gone to inquire where the rest of the red clay was, at which point I'm informed there was no more. So I had to rethink my scarfage and just give him a snaky scarf. But it actually worked out all right.
I think that looks all right.
It looks okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. And then I wanted him to have some buttons, and I wanted a green in it because you have to have green for Christmas. I don't know why, but I feel that green is a Christmassy colour, so I did that. Now, this is one of those times where the camera failed completely.
When you say camera failed, did you mean you forgot to press record?
My finger didn't go on the button that presses record, yeah. What I did is I had this I don't know what I'd call it. It's the inside of another bit of a mold. So it's just basically like a little circle block.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I thought, it's a bit boring. So I stuck some UV on it. As you can see, I made a right old mess with that. And then I've got billions of these sort of little beads that change colour and stuff.
You could have just left it like that and said the snowman melted.
Oh. You know what? Anyway, I put these beads on it because I thought it would give it like a snow-ish effect on the bottom of the snow globe. So at the moment, we're still on track and we're still doing well.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased with how things are going.
So your plan is going
My
to
plan is going to going back to the arms. What I did with the arms in the end was I just went, that's too hard.
I just left them off.
So my snowman has no arms. And then I thought about giving him some little white bits in his eyes. And
is that the paint pen, is it?
That's just the paint pen. And I thought his scarf was a bit boring, so I stuck some white dots on it just to
a little bit of a pattern. That looks quite effective.
But it was quite effective, so that was that. But I
like the buttons though. You've actually put the holes in there as well.
Yeah. I just literally gave up with the arms. I was like, no, he doesn't need arms. And to be fair, it's a snowman. Why does he need arms?
Yeah.
So that was that. So then I stuck the snowman just out of shot, like you do.
As all professional YouTubers do.
No. That was me just measuring it. So then I thought, well, I think that the globy bit is just a little boring. You know, the globy bit of the snow globe. I thought it's a bit boring. So I did the most stupid thing. It was stupid. And can I just say that you encouraged me to do it, so I feel that you have to take some of the blame.
No.
I think you should, just a smidgen.
Why? You could have gone, no.
So I thought, in my infinite wisdom, that if there was like this aurora effect on the outside of the snow globe, that would be quite cool.
Yeah.
So I faffed about for a little bit, making sure that it all fit, and I stuck the base down to the silicone thing with Kirk, I have to say, laughing at me quite loudly.
Yeah, because it's silicone.
Because he's like, it's silicone, it's not going to stick. And I was like, it'll stick. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
The good thing is that nothing sticks to silicone. The bad thing is that nothing sticks to silicone.
Well, anyway, I thought I'd give it a go.
Okay.
You don't have to shake the snow globe, was my thought.
What?
It's an ornament.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the snow globe.
It's just for show. It's just for show. And then I put what I don't see why that's funny. That's very serious. Anyway, so I left that to dry, and whilst that was drying, this is where I had the complete and utter
oh my god, this was so 5 minutes you were like, how do I get that? I just got fed up in the end and just
very clever. Nobody likes a smarty bum.
no, they don't.
Well, anyway, so I thought it would be really nice if there was like this aurora effect on the outside of the globe. So it looked like it was the northern lights with the snow.
Yeah.
So I had the idea, I had the vision, sadly, not the skill.
And I get what you were going for.
So, I did this, and then I was just tipping it round, and then I asked the opinion of my co-conspirator what he felt, and he said, "Oh, it's not really enough." So I put more in.
No, hold on.
Bit of the video.
There was a big gap in it.
No, listen. This is my bit of the video. Butt out.
Okay.
So he's encouraged me to put more in, and I did, and that's where it all went wrong because I put too much in.
No, because it was like it wasn't covering the whole thing.
No, I know that was deliberate.
You didn't have to go. Yeah, okay, you're right. But which you did.
Anyway, so I took your advice, and I shouldn't have, and then I, dried it off, cured it, did all that sort of.
To be fair, it looked quite good at that point.
Yeah. So all of the things separately looked quite good.
Yes.
And then I put them together and they didn't.
I don't think that was the bit that caused the issue.
What was the bit that caused the... No, I think I put too much diamond. Anyway.
I think it was... You put
again,
too
your
much
fault.
glitter.
It's all your fault. I'm blaming you for all of it. So, yeah.
No, I think the...
See, look, that stuck really well. I was very, very happy with that.
That it stuck. I was actually quite surprised that
it did stick. It stuck really well. And then I UV'd the snowman to the base.
Yeah.
So, and then it was time to do the snowy bit.
The snowy bit, yeah.
So we got some baby. Now we did 100% baby oil.
Yeah, I did some experiments, which you'll see in a little while.
Yes. It was. I tell you, it was like a little science experiment going on.
Yeah, but I think you could either have water on its own, baby oil, or you can use glycerin. And
you tried them all.
Yeah, but I felt that the baby oil, the movement was slow, nice and slow.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be too fast.
So this glitter, this was a new glitter that we bought from Hobbycraft.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fake snow.
Yeah.
Really nice.
It is, but I think that's...
But it really goes everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It clumps a little bit and it goes everywhere.
Yeah. This is the bit where I think you went wrong. Was that
I put too much. I put too much diamond mica in, but that was my fault. You can see how murky I made it. I was honestly. So I did all this, and then I put the lid on. I was very upset at this point. I put the little light in.
You were very sulky.
I wasn't sulky. I had a proper stress on me. And then at this point, I looked to my left and saw what Kirk had made, and I just had a proper hissy fit.
You did. It was sulking and there was everything.
I was like, "Don't talk to me."
Yeah.
Don't talk to me. I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. I can't do it. I'm rubbish. I'm never making any of this stuff again.
My clay will be safe now.
I was like, not doing it anymore. YouTube, never again. We're all done.
It was quite
finished.
Funny. And I did actually say to you, "Are you stropping?" And you were like, "Leave me alone."
But when I strop, I'm like, "I'm stropping, leave me alone. I want to finish my strop." But you kept making me laugh, and it's not fair when I want to have my good old strop that you just make me laugh. It's not right.
Why?
Because it's not. If I want to have my strop, I want to strop without being made to laugh.
Okay.
So that be a lesson to you.
I shall take that on board. The next time you throw a hissy fit.
Which isn't very often, to be fair.
No.
But that one I did because I was so cross with myself.
I think that's what it was more. Yeah.
Anyway,
so, now,
let's see what you did.
Now, I was going to make a snowman, but apparently I wasn't allowed to make a snowman.
No, because I've made a snowman.
No, you said you can't make a snowman because that's really easy. You have to do something more difficult.
I did say that, yes. And I was right.
So, I was going to make a reindeer.
Yeah, which I don't think was hard enough, but you know.
And that clay there, I had to mix the colour. And that was a task in itself.
Yes, it was.
Because mixing that red and that, you can still see my fingers are a little bit stained from there.
It looked like he'd been a criminal.
After I washed my hands,
yeah,
the sink did look
like something out of Dexter.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, it did. So I've made the beginnings of the head. I've made the body, and now I'm just making the legs.
Okay.
So it's just just squeezing the legs, just making sure that they are all
leg-like.
Well, leg-like and proportional.
Okay.
And now I'm making the hooves.
The hoofs.
The hoof.
The hoofs.
The hoofs, yeah. So just attaching it to the little footsies.
The hoofs are on the footsies.
The hoofs are on the footsies, yes. That's the official name for them.
Yes.
So just attaching those in, and then I get the clay shaper, and then just put I don't know what you call it. The little
toes.
No, it's not a toe, is it?
Hoof toes.
Is it a clef or the?
I don't know. Why would I know that?
I don't know.
Not a vet. It's the toe bit of the hoof.
So so attaching the legs, the bottom legs, and then the front legs. So he's going to be sitting down.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
And then I'm just blending the legs in, just so that it doesn't look like I've just stuck some bits of clay onto a.
Which is pretty much what you did.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to make it look like I hadn't done that. I have.
You're the blender.
I am.
The blending artist.
I am a blending artist. And these are going to be the whites of the eye, but I've rolled it out and it gets a bit too big, so I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't look too out of place. And a tiny little bit of blue, because it's going to have blue eyes.
Oh,
yes,
so cute.
I know. So
why blue eyes?
It's the first clay that I picked up.
It's because your options were red, yellow, or blue.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So so that's the coloured bit of the eye, and then just a tiny little black one, tiny little black circle just for the pupil.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the clay that you.
Do you know what that looks like?
It looks like
Morph.
Yeah.
Do you remember Morph from the 70s?
I remember seeing photos of it.
No, don't make out like you did not know. Seriously, you know what Morph is. Don't make out like you're some youngster. You're an old man, just the same as I'm an old lady.
Yeah.
You know who Morph is.
Yes, I do. So anyway, I made the nose.
Yeah.
Made the well, no, not the nose. What's it like the actual mouth bit?
The face.
Yeah, then the nose, and then just trimmed the
face,
mouth.
Okay.
And now I'm making a hat.
Yes, I see that you're making a hat with all the red.
Yeah.
Yes. So you used all the red for the brown, and then more red for the hat.
Yeah, but there was still enough left for you to make a scarf, so I didn't use it all.
Well, okay then.
Yeah. And then a little white for the fur of the hat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do a little bit of a little ball for the.
Is that tinfoil?
Yeah, I thought I might be able to give it some texture, but the tinfoil just didn't give the right look. It wasn't the right aesthetic. So I do go over a little brush and.
Look at you being all artistic.
I'm an artiste.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, it was not correct.
Yes, it didn't go with the feng shui of the hat. And it looks quite good. So I stick that onto Eric.
Erica. We called it Erica.
Erica, yeah. Because
it's blue eyes and it looks girly.
So it's a lady reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to make some ears. I was going to do some antlers, but when I put the ears on, I didn't have enough room for the antlers.
Yeah.
So they're actually just under the hat.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
That's what I'm going with.
And that colour there, that's the one that I had to mix.
That's the one you mixed on it, yeah.
You had like 5 attempts and
it kept coming out pink.
Literally every time he did it, he made it pink. And then he did it again and made exactly the same pink.
No, it was a little bit lighter.
Smidgen.
Yeah,
a smidgen. Not enough to warrant, like you could use them in the same project and you wouldn't notice the difference.
No.
And he went, I want to do this. I'm like, give it here.
Yeah.
First attempt. Boom.
Yeah. So that's the head. So just blending the ears in as well, just to make sure that it looks ear-like.
Mm-hmm.
And then just putting a little divot in there. I put it on and it fell off. So
it fell straight off.
I got a stick. It's just put it in the middle, just to bit of bacon bond.
Just to be sure.
Just to make sure, yeah, because the last thing you want to do when you're shaking a snow globe is for the reindeer's head to fall off.
Can you imagine if the grandchildren were over and they shake your snow globe and the deer's head falls off?
They've been in therapy for years.
They'd be like, Granddad! Oh, that would be funny.
So just doing a bit of smoothing off now, just to get rid of all the fingerprints. And then what I did was I thought nothing's going to stick to that silicone.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a bit of tin foil, put it into the globe, and then put some clay around the inside of the globe,
mm-hmm.
and made a clay bung.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that had baked, I've just put in some white on top of there just to make it look a bit like snow.
Yep.
And then I'm just placing Erica in there just to see where it's gonna sit, and then just going around, just making sure that it's blended in enough. So I don't want it like too smooth because it's snow and
you want divots, snow divots.
She's been playing around with it. But also I did the side as well, just to make sure that it was nice and snug. So as you can see there now, I've just taken off the excess so that I'm quite confident that when I actually put that in there properly, that it's not gonna
leak.
It's not gonna leak, which you don't really want that.
Nobody wants a leaky snow globe.
No. So a bit of bacon bond. Put Erica in there just to make sure that she's firmly attached.
Mm-hmm.
Put it around the sides as well, just making sure that it still fits. And then just bulk out the little bits around there so it looks like it's actually sitting in the snow.
Yeah. Well, that's very good.
I know.
You're very good.
I was just winging it, to be fair.
I know. But you're very good.
So,
I'm quite impressed.
I think it was at this point where you were stressing about your globe and you were looking over and going...
It was at this point I looked over and went, oh, what have you done? I'm not doing this anymore. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I am very funny when I have a hissy fit.
I know.
I am.
Yes, just make me laugh.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you make me laugh. So they don't last very long.
That's the whole point.
I know, but I really wanted to have a proper one. Like a real wage on for, ages, and it lasted about 10 minutes.
If that, yeah. So I rolled up those little balls, put them on there with some bacon bond, so it looks like snowballs.
Meh.
Just like having a little
Meh.
snowball fight.
Meh.
Meh. And what was the meh for?
Just meh. I was off my head at this point. I was like, really?
Wait, you said I couldn't make a snowman.
I did say you can make a snowman.
So this is your own fault.
Well,
this is what happens when you tell me I can't do stuff.
Well, I feel that I don't feel that I set the bar high enough for you. So the bar will be higher next time. So there.
Okay.
Anyway.
So smoothing off the little bits of the base, and I noticed.
What's that you're putting on it?
So it's just the clay softener.
Doesn't alcohol do the same thing?
Yes.
When I say alcohol, I mean isopropyl, not a shot of bourbon or something. I mean actual isopropyl.
But I noticed that as I was smoothing it, it was coming off on the brush, so I decided to put some on its feet, on the hat and that, so it just looked like it was not so clean.
So it'd been snowed on.
Yeah.
So is this your experiment?
This is my experiment. So so this is, I think that's just water. So I thought I'll just try different bits of water, and then I was going to put a bit of baby oil in there, but
I pointed out.
You did point out that baby oil and water don't actually mix, which I did know, but for some reason I just didn't. It just didn't compute. So when I put some in there, and also when I shook it up as well, it went very cloudy.
Yeah.
It looked like your snow globe.
I only put baby oil in mine.
No.
We're not talking about mine. So
what I did was I just put a little bit of silver diamond in there, a little bit of the snow stuff, because I just wanted to see how it reacted.
You did, but what I would point out is that particularly see that one that you're using, that glitter that you're using right now, is not the glitter that we bought specially for this project.
No.
That is glitter that is not for your use.
Well, I used that as well.
I know.
So it was more, I was just wanted to put different bits and pieces in there just to see.
That's very special glitter.
Yeah.
That's special.
It is special because it's going in my snow globe.
No, it's for other special reasons.
So that's what I decided on.
Yeah, because you've got my super special glitter.
Yeah, but with the baby oil in there, the silver diamond doesn't drop down.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It just
it does eventually, but it takes a very long time.
So it just sparkles for hours.
Yeah.
Hours.
That was quite funny.
What was?
After you're throwing your hissy fit, you were like, "It's still sparkling now." Yeah.
Every time I walked past, it just sparkled, and it just sparkles at me all the time. I look at it, sparkle, sparkle.
Yeah. So I was using my white paint on it, but it didn't cover the grey up enough of the clay. But I think, I mean, you can't see that bit anyway.
Can't see that bit anyway.
But it did make it like a nice silvery colour.
Yeah.
But so I just painted it white just to see, and then just left it to dry.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used a small roll of tape because you pinched the other one.
I didn't. You gave it to me.
I did. Filled that up with baby oil. It was quite a big. It
really
big thing,
did.
isn't it? So it took two.
Luckily, we only got the cheap stuff.
Oh yeah. And so I was just put a little bit of the silver diamond in, and then that was one of the other ones you'd got, but I I did make a bit of a mess of it, and I got it all over my thumb, and then I just tiny bit of that. That's the
Is
stuff
that the
we
special
bought.
stuff that we got for this particular project? That's okay then.
And I thought that's about right. I'll keep that. And then it was just a case of putting a little bit in, seeing where how much Erica displaced.
Yeah.
And then it's this point where it got very messy.
Yeah, because
it made a right mess. It was I put it down, and then I got my hands covered in baby oil, and I couldn't press it down. So I had to get some gloves, and and just squeeze it down. And there was a little bit of a hole, so when I
you put some UV on, didn't you?
Yeah, but it was.
Look at the state of it. Honestly,
it was a right mess.
Yeah. Honestly.
But then I put a bit of UV in there.
Anyway, we'll leave. Look how pretty that is. We will pop some glamour shots up. Look, it is a really, really beautiful.
I was really pleased with it.
Beautiful snow globe. I was very impressed. Not jealous at all.
No.
No. No. I think you did an amazing job. It's absolutely fantastic. So, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. And once again, thank you to Tracy from Mini Scenes for organising this collaboration. I'm going to enjoy my Christmas binge watch.
Yeah.
And thank you to everybody who has watched us up to this point.
All the way, yeah.
Yeah, and if you've watched it all the way through, thank you so much. We'd really appreciate it if you give us a little like, a subscribe, pop us a
Thumbs
comment.
Up. Yeah, anything. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know how awful my snow globe was.
It's not that bad.
It's terrible. And because we really do appreciate everyone that supported us throughout this past 6 months. It's been amazing.
Yours.
Yeah. And on that note, I'm gonna go. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.